So, obviously, these things meant to do in this session, so bear with me. I have had a look through the slides, so I know what's coming up. This is looking at the new Look BDP. Now, we've spent quite a long time and a lot of research and modelling and consultation and all sorts of things have gone on for coming up with a new Look BDP. So we've come up with something that we think will be robust and will future-proof your UCP businesses going forward. With changes that need to be made, and it is different, we've got a new name to start with, so Leadership Community. We felt that this encapsulated what it's all about. It's easier to understand just looking at the name what it's about and what it's trying to achieve. And I think it's a little bit from the BDP, which we have to then explain what it is, etc. So that's the new name. So the criteria. So I'm just going to go through these so that you understand that. I will have a handout to you afterwards as well, so we've got the criteria and benefits, and then have a little session afterwards for you to think about that, how that is for you as well. We've got a few leaders coming up after as well to share their strategies and things that they've thought about around it as well. So that's after I've gone through this. So bronze criteria. So for bronze, the criteria will be for the partner to have 200 personal sales, 900 personal team sales, and have one active partner in their team. And they'll be able to qualify to be in the bronze grouping. So the benefits of being in the bronze grouping would be have access to what's called a leadership hub. Never change the name. So there's going to be a dedicated Facebook page for training. So this is all about training, getting as much information out to that group to make sure they've got the assets and everything they need to be able to push their businesses forward and start growing and just have all the information they need, access to all that training. So it's opening up that group to a large group, if you like. Silver criteria. So each partner needs to achieve the following. So to achieve 10,000 personal team sales within the criteria period, qualify at team leader status or above each month of the period, and recruit 4 new team members, 2 of which must be active within that period. And then, or promote to team leader status for the first time. So that's the silver. Silver benefits, there's a few slides for these. There's lots of benefits with silver. So silver, you get to attend the 2-day Leadership Live, the Leadership Live, which is the Leadership Academy at the moment, so in-person event, at a subsidised rate, subject to availability, so you need to get in there quick. This will include overnight stay between the accommodation, shared with another partner. Silver members may invite a team member of their choice to the live event, and they would be at a cost, the same as the guest situation at the moment. So 2 30-minute business development calls to support the business goals per season, and private Facebook group designed to encourage collaboration, and then a monthly prize draw for the silver members. Online discussion sessions with peers to develop business knowledge and share experiences. Seasonal virtual meetings with senior head office team. Seasonal virtual celebration with special guest. Recruiting and event leads provided by the UCP team. Advanced information on business development and new initiatives. Monthly new titles pack at a special offer price. And saving on the delivery of £5 on deliveries under £150 and £5 on deliveries for UK and non-UK. And also free postage package on any orders over £150 for the UK only, and £10 off for non-UK deliveries. And you've got electronic preview copies of any new stationery items, and seasonal leaflets free of charge with your first order over 150. and access to the net gallery as well. So some of those things you're familiar with already, there's a few things in there as well. So the goal criteria, so the top tier, what you all wanted, is achieve 14,000 personal team sales within the period, qualified team leader status or above each month of the criteria period, have at least 2 leaders within a personal team at the end of the criteria period, and recruit 8 new team members between them and their personal team. 6 of the new team members must be recruited by them, and the remaining 2 could be either recruited by them or their personal team. So out of the 8 new recruits, 4 of them must be active within the criteria period. Or promote to group leader status or above for the first time, be the first-line leader of an independent partner who promotes to group leader status or above for the first time. But they must obviously achieve the criteria for the silver in order to meet that. So benefits for the gold. So some of these overlap with the silver. So attend the Leadership Live event for free. This will include no flight stay in a single bedroom. So single bedroom, I'll show you. Gold members will be invited to an exclusive pre-Leadership Live Gold event, which will include a morning business meeting with the senior UCP team, refreshments and lunch, a team building session or treat, and a dinner and overnight stay at the Leadership Live venue. Gold members who are not able to attend the Leadership Live event will be 20% a special gift. Gold members may invite up to 2 team members of their choice to the Leadership Live event. And the tickets for those will be an additional charge as they are at the moment. Monthly virtual meetings, the senior head office team, excluding the months of the pre-Leadership Live Gold events, where obviously we'll be meeting in person, so we're going to do a virtual one. Seasonal virtual celebration with special guest. 4 30-minute business development calls to support your business goals in person. Private Gold members Facebook group designed to encourage collaboration, including exclusive top-level training sessions. Welcome to the season pack and an online discussion sessions with peers to develop business knowledge and share experiences. And it goes on. That's fine. So recruiting and event leads provided by the team, advanced information on business development and new initiatives, new titles pack, the same, the deliveries is the same discount as the silver, free postage on everything over 150 UK, $10 the same, and electronic preview copies of the stationery. Seasonal leaflets is the same on the first order, and then 5 free catalogues per season to be added to £150 order, and access to net gallery as well. So again, there's a few things there that you're familiar with, and then some additional things which we hope will support business growth going forward for everybody. So we're going to hear from a few leaders now. So thank you, Vicky, for joining me at the front. She's going to go through your strategies, really. So you've had a preview of these, so you have to think about it. So thank you. Lisa, I don't have to say.
So Lucy asked me to discuss about how I identify and nurture potential leaders. So something that I changed a few years ago was that everybody that I recruit could potentially be my next leader. So really ensuring that you're talking straight away about all of the opportunities from day one, especially with new quick starts. I think that's usually helps kind of get those introductions in kind of a more easy way rather than a pressure breakup topics. You've got kind of more time to help them. So talking about obviously frogs, using their FPDs, and also knowing how much they want to earn. I think it came yesterday about, we can shy away from asking about money, but one of the first questions I ask any team members is how much do you want to earn, and realistically how they can get to that, and tie that into team building. Knowing what they want from the business, and ensuring that you're always aware of that, and obviously it evolves over time as people's circumstances change, checking in with them with the why exercise and things like that, kind of every season or every 6 months. Keeping that close contact, and then suggesting again that even if someone has said to you, absolutely not, definitely don't want to team build, that's not my vibe, doesn't mean it's going to change, and kind of, showing how it can help and why it will help you. And especially if people go on maternity or that their relationship's broken down and they need more money, So really getting to know people well and show how it's actor. So that's how I do it with my personal team. In my full downline, I aim to try and teach my leaders to do the same as what I've just said, and really try to grow a recruitment culture in their teams as well. In my main community, for the last kind of 5-6 seasons, I've always started the season with a presentation to kind of find out more about team building, and it's open to everybody, and I do advertise that in the main community, but I'll also identify those potential superstars, whether they're my direct team or further down, and say, look, I think this will be really good for you, why don't you come along? And then we record that session as well, so if people can't make it. So that session covers kind of the whys, hows, and making it really simple of team building and then going on to promotion. So we'll talk about mentor bonus, team leader pay and the difference that can make. But mindset and why, I think a huge part of obviously promoting team leader is the mindset needed for it. Looking at those drivers, like what Sue talked about this morning, so looking at their financial, social and recognition, really getting them to identify what drives them. And of course going through the criteria from promoting to team leader. And then I really talk a lot about kind of the support that I gave and the simplicity, and that I have a lot of things that they can replicate, processes, things like that. So it's not just you're going to be a mentor, but I have fun and enjoy it. It's kind of this is how you can work with your people. It's making it really simple for them. And then earlier this year, I replicated the session for our new partner group. So I'm in a new partner group with Karen, Keely and Emma. We have all of our new partners that come into that. So we decided to do that on a monthly basis to really showcase those quick starts to why kind of team building is really useful at the beginning. And we don't just sell books and or team build. It's kind of one thing that we all can do. My notes. We've literally decided this season to start opening that up to our 4 main communities, so that we can kind of get those people that perhaps might be doing it a bit longer and have shied away from team building or have grown confidence and might now feel ready to do it. Just to give you some more insight into it. So when I was doing it seasonally for my personal downline, they then got the option to sign up to a support package that I run, where there's a private kind of chat group and weekly Zooms on different areas of promotion, kind of the active versus passive recruiting. But this season, me and Callum decided to club together and do it across all of our communities, which has been brilliant because we've shared workload, and it's kind of got those guys really gelling. So there's a main chat group for those people where we offer support, challenges, ideas. We have a weekly Zoom, which is focused on many different things: quick start, onboarding processes, the active versus passive, time management. I'm going to replicate Sue's things from yesterday next week, so I'm going to move that off. But to kind of take them on that journey, and as well talk about the challenges, talking about, there's going to be people that ghost you. I've had team members in the past over the years that have promoted really quickly. I've had quite a few DPVs before when it was that. And I really found that they struggle to sustain, so I actually think that quick starts being longer gives them more time to learn and to grow and to get to know what they want to do, and then hopefully they can sustain it and consistently qualify afterwards and be a stronger leader. We talk about that team leader is not the end goal, that's just kind of the first step to get you where you want to be. With my first line team leaders today, we have a non-negotiable 15-minute Zoom every week to really strengthen our relationship, focus on what they need, how I can help, and work on their strategy. And then that continues the entire first year at least of being a leader, and then we kind of look at where they need to go from there. I really think simplicity is the key, giving them the things that you use. So, when you start a process, conversation guides for recruiting, role-playing recruiting with them is really a good one to do. And I have kind of guides and templates on everything to make it really simple and fun, and then it's just a lot easier for them.
Sharing that load is about sharing that information, just makes it simple, isn't it? Not reinventing the wheel and then trying to think about getting started. So that's great. Thank you. Right. So we have a duo coming up now. So Leah and Haley. Do I need a mic each?
So, hey everybody, I've been with Usborne for 22 and a half years, and Lucy's asked us to talk about how we use our team culture and sales and initiatives and things to have actives within our team. I just thought I'd just check what she's got on the slide after last time. As I said, I've been with the company for 22 and a half years, and within those 22 and a half years, I've been active for all of those months except for 4. So I stopped having a lucky streak a long, long time ago, and becoming active is now a habit. So we're going to focus a bit on building a habit for you and your downlines today. So it's a decision I make every month that I then aim to get my team members to make the same decision, that I'm going to be active because I want to stay within BDP, and we've just had the new benefits come out. So one of those obviously is being active and qualifying for your next step up. So creating a team sales culture isn't just about prizes or promotions, it's about habits, energy, expectations, and making sales within your team feel natural and easy and a fun thing to do. I just wanted to stress that sales culture doesn't mean pressure, because I know that's often something that holds people back, is pressurising their team to do sales. It's not about you badgering them to place orders, it's about you inspiring and training them, about recognition, communication, and celebrating the benefits of being active every month. So my Active Club members have quite a few things in common. They don't wait for offers to come out. They go and create opportunities. They talk about the books often, whether that's face-to-face or online. You can't sell a book hidden in a box. You have to get it out there. And they're always looking at ways to fill their diary and planning in advance. So having active members not only helps you with volume, it helps with retention, with confidence, and with recruiting. If people don't get sales, they will leave because they join to make some extra money, and if they're not going to sell some books, then they're not achieving what they want from it. So when a new team member joins me, the first thing I talk about is selling. I'll give them some easy first wins, like holding a launch party or gathering orders from friends, which will help them build their confidence. And this will help them hopefully go on to achieve their quick start, and then we'll add in talking about being active every month. So I make that a simple goal for them, to just be getting something in their diaries for every month so that they're building their business. And I do also talk about the company awards, because that is one of the only things we've got left now where you have to be active every single month. And when you first join, that might not be on your radar, but 3 months down the line, if you get a massive order come in and suddenly you shoot up the rankings, you need to have been active. So I will talk about the company awards and keeping that opportunity to achieve them open to them by staying active every month. So within our teams, here are just a few things. So we have regular recognition, we celebrate our top sellers, the company rankings, productivity achievers within the team, everyone that's active, school orders, anything really that shows people it can be done. We have regular themes or focuses, so especially in our quieter months, we'll generate some ideas and try and create a buzz. Some examples are like the mental health packs, the box set bingo, franchise February, so there's a few to be going on with. And then I talk about what I'm doing all the time. So I talk about the events that I'm at, I like to take photos of where I am, and then afterwards I'll always break it down. So I'll be honest with what went well, what didn't go so well, and people need to see it being done for them to have the confidence to try it themselves. So I've been running the Active Club for as long as I can remember, back to £120, before that £100. So I've been running it a very long time to win just some small monthly prizes within the team. But as I said at the start, to start building the habit of being active. So everyone who places an order gets added into the draw, and then they're celebrated within the group and get sent, at the moment, the company toy, and a certificate. So once people get used to achieving that, they don't want to stop. So if we help them build that habit early, they're not going to want to break it. And that's where the magic lies, because then you can start stretching that goal to 250 club, to £200 for BDP criteria. And knowing who is going to be active really helps you with your volume mapping as well. I know exactly how much volume I'm getting from the people I know are in my active club every single month. Hayley has been with me for 6 years, and she's going to tell you, has been active every single month in those 6 years. So I've invited her here today to share her experience. I'm going to hand over to Hayley. Thank you.
So I'll just repeat that. I'm Hayley, and I've been active every single month since I joined Usborne 6 years ago. So to start with, I aim to achieve a kit boost and kit refund as they were known then. And after that, there were monthly incentives set by my mentor to order each month. What started as a goal quickly became a habit that I didn't want to break. And since the 250 club was introduced, I've increased my orders to meet that goal, and I've done that every month as well. I always plan ahead and make sure I've got bookings in the diary that will enable me to place an order every month. I also run a monthly book club, which means that I need to place an order and will always find ways to top up the order even in quieter months. I'm constantly on the lookout for events in my area and places I can go with my books during the week, so I attend markets and fairs at the weekend and go to toddler groups, homeschool groups and school events during the week. Meeting people at events opens up so many opportunities, as people often approach me and ask me to attend their events or talk to me about what they do and how I can get involved. I also ask my friends and family to always let me know if they see any events popping up that they think I might want to attend as well. My advice would be to always have a backup plan. Don't rely upon one big event for your order, as things can change and events get cancelled. A few weeks ago I had one of my big events cancelled due to the weather, so I arranged an online event for the following weekend to make up for it. If you're struggling, I would suggest reaching out to your mentor and fellow partners, because they will always have ideas that you might not have thought of, and don't give up. Even if there's only a few days left of the month, there's still time to pull an order together.
So just to finish off, if you've ever struggled to stay consistent, know that it's not about motivation, it's about creating habits. Sales is simply the habit of putting books in front of people regularly in a way that suits you. And once that habit sticks, you won't want to let go.
Thank you both. Yeah, great ideas. And just put so simply as well, it is, building that habit and going forward is perfect. So, what one?
Hello everybody. So yeah, I'm talking about a recruiting culture down the line. So I thought I would start by asking some of my recruiters in my downline why they started recruiting. And their replies were, you talked about it from the beginning, so I just thought it was something that everyone did alongside selling the books. Somebody else said you talked about your earnings and the difference between what you earn on book sales and what you earn on team sales. Another person said, you showed me how you started team building from early on, and even though you didn't have a lot of time and was working full-time in a job, I could see how it was working. And then the final person said, seeing how well it has helped your business to grow inspired me to give it a go. So I think communicate recruiting really well down the line, even talking to your recruiting leads about it. Talk about the quick starts they can go for, mention the water bottle that we all want, and then when those people have joined, remind them about those quick starts, because even though you've told them about them already, they might have forgot. There's a lot of information covered in, so remind them, tell them about the water bottle, give them just a few simple tips on how they can start looking for people. Point out the quick start deadlines, because some people do miss those. Put their deadlines in your diary and make sure you've got lots of reminders for them. I have a welcome video for my new people, and in that video I talk about how my team started off with just my friend Emma and me many moons ago, so people can see how my team building story started and how theirs can start as well. I am a big fan of real life stories, so whenever we get a new team leader in our division, I do an interview with that person. I ask them to share their story, how they've promoted, why they went for promotion. And obviously, if you've not got any new team leaders coming through in your groups, asking BDP for people to share their stories. I do an interview every month with our top recruiter, and again I ask them to share a little bit about themselves, how they found their newbies the previous month, and if they've got 3 recruiting tips. And if it's just you recruiting at the moment, share your story, share your actions and how you're doing it, how you're getting the conversations going. I share my stories, the good, the bad, the funny. I just make it a really normal thing. I tell people about the no's, when I get ghosted, and I explain that this is really normal and it happens to us all. When I'm chatting to people one-to-one, I try to casually drop in how I've recruited my latest person, how I found them, what I'm enjoying about mentoring them, and I also talk about the things that I've bought or have done with my mentor bonus. And I make it really clear that it's mentor bonus and not my book sales that I'm buying these things with. I share my working pattern with people, so people can see that I'm not spending all of my time on my phone talking to people, and I never message partners back after 8 o'clock at night, even if they do message me, because I don't want them to think that's what they would have to do with their teamies. Guides and processes. Tell people how to recruit, how you're doing it. Because if you're keeping your cards close to your chest, if you think that they're not interested or something, they will just assume that it's really hard and they won't have a go themselves. Tell people that you're sharing a wonderful gift, because if it's just the phrasing, if you share that sentence, some people might just not like the word recruiting. It might be like that word that's stopping them from doing it. Share message templates, voice note examples, conversation starters. You can use ChatGPT to write all of this for you if you want to. You can even ask it to write you a recruiting post and make it Facebook algorithm friendly, so it takes out all of the bad words that Facebook doesn't like. Share recruiting from different angles and how you might do it in different ways. So I talk about how I use the prize draw slips, and sometimes I don't ask all 3 questions, I just focus on the recruiting question. I'm not one for ping-ponging and going backwards and forwards with messages, so when a lead asks me for info, we exchange a few messages. I found out what interests them, how Usborne could fit for them. I have a little brief conversation about that, and then I send them my info video and invite them to our opportunity group. And that's it. I'll say something like, I'll come back to you tomorrow to see what you think about it. Come back to me if you need anything in the meantime. And when I share that process with my people, it really shocks them as to how short and quick it is. So make sure that you're sharing how you're recruiting with your people. Make it fun for your people as well. So I do things like bingo cards with recruiting actions. I've done mystery lead role plays where my leaders and me, we swap with our team leaders we pretend to be their lead, so they have no idea who they're talking to, and then we can give them some feedback on how that conversation's gone. And celebrate small wins, so we're not celebrating the sign-ups, we're celebrating people just getting a lead, because that can be something massive for them. I think fear can be one of the biggest blockers for people not team building. People might say things like, I've not got time, or I just want to concentrate on the books, but realistically, who doesn't want to earn more money? So be aware that people can be really fearful of success with team building. The fear of that next step, so once they've actually got somebody signed up, what do they do next? Because that can send people into a bit of a panic. Let people know that they're not alone. So when someone joins their team, if I get a feel for somebody, especially if it's their first time as getting a teammate, I'll offer to go into a little chat group with that person and their new team, just to support them both. And let people know all of the resources and support that's out there for them. People sometimes don't recruit as well. It's not because they don't want to. Like I said, it might be because they don't know how to, or they might have got a preconceived idea about what recruiting is. So in the past, I've done a Look Inside team building Zoom for my downline, so they can pop along to it. I do some myth busting, and do some frequently asked questions. Try to take the focus off recruiting equals team leader promotion, because that thought of team leader promotion initially, that can be the thing that scares people. So just focus on them getting their first team member and then becoming a mentor. Show your team what life looks like with a thriving team. So I regularly talk now about how I work less hours and how my business is paying for my family and me to see the world. Think about attraction marketing as well. So I share in our divisional group every month about a meeting that I have with my team leaders, and it's a fun meeting, it's also a productive meeting, but I know that there's some people in our division that really speaks to, and they want to become part of our team leader group because for that reason. So yeah, always think attraction marketing is not necessarily just for new recruits, it can be for new mentors and team leaders as well. I have in the past shared my commission statement, and I've gone through the breakdown of mentor bonus, personal team sales bonus, productivity, and also the team building bonus levels. Because I do think also if you've got leaders, it's really important for them to see the team building bonus levels are usually the areas where you earn the most money, and hopefully that should inspire them. And finally, I'll just say for the stars of the future, you might be sitting here thinking, well, this all sounds great, but I've not actually got my first team member yet. Let me tell you that we all started at zero. When I started, I didn't feel like a leader or a recruiter or a mentor, but I did know three things. I knew that I loved the books, I could see the potential, I could see the big picture, and I believed in the opportunity and what it could do for me and what it could do for others. And that's it, that's all you really need to begin. It just takes that one message to a friend saying, have you ever thought of doing what I do with the books? That's how it all began for me, more or less. And now my downline is 200 people, and that includes 17 leaders and their teams. And that all began, as I said, with my friend Emma joining my team in my second week with Usborne, and I had no clue what I was doing. So just imagine if you can help someone to buy a new pair of school shoes for their child, or give up their second job, or find that confidence that they didn't know they had, that is the kind of difference that you can make when you start recruiting. You can earn more, you can grow your confidence, and you can build a business that is yours, and before you know it, you'll have a recruiting culture in your own downline.
That's amazing, and I think sharing those stories, it's all about sharing and talking about things with people, gaining that confidence, so anyone can do it. It's just having that confidence to do it. So thank you. There's so many ideas in there and so many things to think about. We've got some time now just for you to just absorb some of the things that we said. I don't think I've got on the slide. Okay, this is that. So there's some handouts that Sandra's handing out to you at the moment, which gives you the criteria and the benefits, I think. It's got those in there. So have a look at those, and you've got 10 minutes just to think about personally for you, mapping out sort of how you're going to achieve what level. September, yes. It starts from September, so you're working towards it to qualify for January. Questions, etc. And I'm the wrong person to ask. We've got another exercise which is working with your teams, which you've already started doing by chatting anyway. No, not like that one. So the next exercise is basically to work in your team, so choose who you want to work with and just spend 20 minutes just talking about, as a team, what sort of things you might do to get towards the levels and get the right people in the levels that you want to be going forward. If you have got questions, I'm sure there will be questions. Have a chat through them, we'll try and answer as many as we can. Some people have asked what the welcome pack was, to be advised. Some people are welcome.